Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Steve, Old Man Reads. Decided to do a quick TBR video. I wasn't going to do one. I feel like it kind of will give me some accountability and push me to finish a couple of these. One of them is a book that I actually started like 6 months ago that I got about a chapter in and enjoyed and just never got back to. But as I've mentioned, I'm on the Brandon Sanderson kick as of right now in the Stormlight Archive. I want to do one of the books a month until December when the new book comes out. So I will start tonight with Words of Radiance. Really looking forward to this one. Pretty much everybody has said this is their favorite book from the series, and everybody has given this one pretty much 5 stars across the board. I have all of the other books, people kind of pick apart things that they don't like. I haven't seen anybody do this or do that with this book. So I am very much looking forward to this one. I was already looking forward to it anyway. I loved the first book. So I've really been kind of chomping at the bit to get started. So this one will be started actually probably shortly after I finish this video. I also want to jump into the next book in the Stephen King readathon, I guess, that I'm doing. As I mentioned I believe in my newbie video, I've kind of gone back and I want to visit, or not even revisit, read for the first time some of Stephen King's early works. I just finished Carrie, which I'll post a video on. The next video that I post will be on Carrie. And it was time to it'll be time to read Salem's Lot. This is one that, since I was a kid, people have been telling me I'll really enjoy. I love the vampire stories. I grew up with the Anne Rice series, the vampire, was it the Vampire Chronicles? Whatever. I've grown up with her vampire books. I grew up with The Lost Boys, was one of my favorite movies as a kid. And, I've lived through all of the vampire hype. And I've always been told that this is the one to go to. This is kind of the original horror idea of what a vampire was. I vaguely remember the movie from my youth. So I will watch the movie after I read the book. So I am looking forward to this one. But I don't want to overdo it this month. I see a lot of people showing like 10, 12 books that they're reading. And I don't want to do that because just these 2 books right here is, what is that, 1,800 pages right there between those 2. Some other ones I want to get into. I've mentioned before that Haruki Murakami is one of my favorite authors. I wanted to go back and revisit his first few books because I hadn't read them in a number of years. So I will be reading his second book this month. This is a short one. It's a 120-page novella. Pinball 1973. I will be finishing this one. I started this like 6 months ago, read the first 30 or 40 pages, the first chapter basically, and really want to get back to it and finish it up. This is from a few years ago, maybe 2005 or 6. Let's see if it says. It may be newer than that. It is 2004. It's called Hellbent for Leather, Confessions of a Heavy Metal Addict. So looking forward to this one as well. And then there's a few novellas that I'm reading. I mentioned, maybe I didn't mention. I'm kind of going back and getting into the history of modern fantasy. And I'm reading some of the early seminal books and stories. A lot of them are very short, 60 pages, 100, 120 pages. The one I'm in right now is The Princess and the Goblin, which was that early 1900s? It may be late 1800s. I'll do a video on it later and talk about it more. But I'm in the middle of that one right now. That's a really good one, and I can see how Tolkien was reading stuff like that prior to writing The Lord of the Rings. So I will be reading a few novellas, and I'll do a video on that. I really want to do a video on the history of modern fantasy because some of those early stories and books are really good, and I really want to share those with everybody. And then the last thing I'm going to start on this month, this is going to be over a few months. I'm probably just going to read a couple books here and there of this one. I've always wanted to go back. I've read parts of the Iliad. I've always wanted to read the whole thing, though. So I'm going to try to do, each book in here is only 20 or 30 pages. So I want to read, 4 or 5 books of the Iliad a month and get through this as well. This is a really nice printing. I ran across this at Costco. Really good quality. It's the Iliad and where is it? And the Odyssey. This is the box for it for $15. I recommend going and getting that while they still have copies. But I want to get a few books into this as well. So that's pretty much it for this month. Even that seems like quite a bit when I'm actually looking at it in front of me. But I think I can do it. And again, I'll do some reviews as I finish each of these books and go into them in depth. I hope everybody's good. Show me what you guys are reading. I had a lot of people ask what kind of stuff I read. This is kind of a good cross section of what I'm into right here as well. So this will kind of give you an idea of what I look for in a book. So I hope everybody's good. Again, take care, and I will see you soon. Bye.